All right, hello. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. Welcome to Calling the Earth. This is the final stream from the Calling series. Last week we did Calling the Moon and Calling the Sun, and now we're doing Calling the Earth. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. And there we go. Thanks again for joining me tonight, and I hope you enjoy the music I have prepared for you tonight. We're going to start off with Windsong. I see you dancing there, but there's tension in your stare, as if the world is disturbing your peace, as if there's something deep inside you try so hard to hide. It leaves you aching to find your sweet release. Just come with me and I'll show you a place where the wind flows free. Let the warm air hit your face. There's no disgrace, breathe it in. And so we begin in the corner of your own little room. It's like roses in bloom, breathe it in. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. Just take a seat with me, let it run free. There is no shame, feel the tension ooze away. I still want you by my side. That makes you feel alive. Feel the fragrance of creation as you stay. It's a love so fine, but now just let it flow from your depths into mine. I let the warm air hit your face. There's no disgrace, I breathe it in. And so we begin in the corner of your own little room. It's like roses in bloom, I breathe it in. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. Once you're satisfied, just return to the dancing to the soundtrack of your life. But so you know, if the tension ever grows, then come back here to find me and let the wind blow. Let the warm air hit your face. There's no disgrace, breathe it in. And so we begin in the corner of your own little room. It's like roses in bloom, but breathe it in. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. All right, thanks again. That was Windsong. My sister Kat is here. Happy Earth Day to you as well. That's why I'm doing Calling the Earth tonight. Doing songs in some sort of connection with it. Including this next one, written by Hooray for Mother Earth. I thought that was a request for Mother Earth, but I am doing that after this song. Here's a song dedicated to this time of year for the Earth, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. This is a Richard Shindell song. This is called Spring. The day will begin like any other. Another sunrise in the east. It'll reach across and touch you like a lover. It'll tease you from a dream. And opening your eyes, you will surrender to the light that fills the room. And the hope that you have carried since September, you will offer up to June. Maybe we'll be certain you can take it as a vow. Winter's just the curtain, spring will take the bow. Out your window, you will wonder at the blooming in your yard. And every opening flower will be a mirror of the quickening in your heart. Maybe we'll be certain you could take it as a vow. Winter's just the curtain, spring will take the bow. Oh, 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 The day will begin like any other. Another sunrise in the east. It'll reach across and touch you like a lover. It'll tease you from a dream you won't remember. Maybe we'll be certain you can take it as a vow. Winter's just the curtain, spring will take the bow. Winter's just the curtain, spring will take the bow. All right, thanks again. That was Spring by Richard Shindell. And I can't quite read what Kat said on there. Give me a second. Had to brush my car off this morning because it snowed in Buffalo. Oh, boy. Yeah, the weird thing about April, early spring, is there is always still a twinge of winter in there. There's always at least one snowfall, sometimes even a snowstorm that occurs in winter, in April. And I think here in the New York City area, I think we kind of dodged that bullet, although we are under a freeze warning tonight into tomorrow, and I just heard the heater kick on in here, so that tells me it's some level of cold out there right now. We'll see how things go tonight. I didn't see anything about snow, but we'll see. Okay. As I alluded to before, here is Mother Earth. This was written by Eric Kaz and performed by Tom Rush. All right, so here it is, Mother Earth. devotion. Mother Earth sails on the sea. I am blessed with her devotion. Mother Earth provides for me. I am going on a journey, and I pray all things and will, while Mother Earth looks after me. I will follow faithfully. Green trees grow on the mountaintop. Birds still sing while morning comes. Though I treat her carelessly, Mother Earth provides for me. Grasslands pray for water, and the harvest needs sunlight. These are times when I am helpless. Mother Earth makes all things right. Mother Earth lives on the ocean. Mother Earth sails on the sea. I am blessed with her devotion. Mother Earth provides for me. Mother Earth provides for me. Mother Earth provides for me. All right, once again, that was Mother Earth, and I apologize for the iffy video right now. We are going in and out between red and green on my OBS software. So it'll probably be like that for a little while. But nonetheless, as long as you can hear me, we'll keep the show going. This next song, I know the topic of the song does not... The topic of the song doesn't have a ton to do with the earth, but the topic does, especially on the chorus of this song. As long as we can hear you, we're good. That's great. Okay, that's always great. And well, anyway, the topic of the song, at least the chorus, has to do with how we spend our time on this earth. This is the world ain't slowing down. Found you sitting on a suitcase crying. Beneath my feet, I feel the rumble of a subway train. Yeah, I laugh out loud, 'cause it's the one thing I hadn't been trying. Yeah. The train came in breathless, the passengers restless. You say, baby, you'll never change. You gotta get going, you gotta get going. Hey, the world ain't slowing down for no one. It's a carnival calling out to you. It sounds like a song, hits you like scripture. You paint the picture with colors squeezed from your hand. Weren't you the kid who just climbed on the merry-go-round? Hey, look world ain't slowing down. Yeah, the world ain't slowing down. Yeah, out on the sidewalk, pigeons do the moonwalk. I'll be dancing like Fred Astaire. The lampposts are rocking, the whole town's talking like a fool in a barber's chair. And I get the sensation, the joy and frustration, like getting caught by a tropical ray. Freedom can yum you when there's no place to run to. It feels just like Novocaine. You gotta get going, you gotta get going. Hey, the world ain't slowing down for no one. It's a carnival calling out. It's calling out to you. It sounds like a song, hits you like scripture. You paint the picture with colors squeezed from your hand. Weren't you the kid who just climbed on the merry-go-round? Hey, look, the world ain't slowing down. Hey, the world ain't slowing down. Yeah, you packed up all your handbags, you've thrown off the sandbags. I let go and you stepped free. I didn't want to lose you. You said you didn't choose to. It's just how your karma came. Well, thanks for the vision and the 2020 wisdom. It hit me like a southbound train. You gotta get going, you gotta get going. Hey, the world ain't slowing down for no one. It's a carnival calling out. It's calling out to you. It sounds like a song, it hits you like scripture. You paint the picture with colors squeezed from your hair. Weren't you the kid who just climbed on the merry-go? Weren't you the kid who just climbed on the merry-go? Weren't you the kid who just climbed on the merry-go-round? Hey, look, the world ain't slowing down. Yeah, the world ain't slowing down. Yeah, it's a big blue world. It's a big blue world. We're riding on a big blue world. Thanks again. That was The World Ain't Slowing Down by Ellis Paul. My friend Evan Tatum is here. Thank you so much for coming out, Evan, and thank you so much for the compliment. Would God's promise hit the theme? You know, I don't know. I'll try it. I'll try it a little later on in the tune, in the set, because I do enjoy that song, and I haven't played it in a while. All right, I'm going to do a couple songs a little bit off topic tonight, and we just got a couple more comments. I think it would, but it's not my call. Okay. Hello, Sarah. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. And hello, Twigs, as well. Great to see you guys. Great to see you guys joining us tonight. Well, anyway, I'm going to do a song here. Yeah, I am doing a couple of songs off topic, but that's because there's a reason for it, and I'll get into that a little later on. So I'm going to start off this section of the show with Build This City. Patterson on the bread box line. He lost his home on his own dime. She rules the bright light serenade with a child at her promenade. A theater man in the tightest jeans, a husband sick in bed asleep. From the ashes of pain and pity, come together, let's build this city. Innocence with charcoal skin, his brother shot by a blue man's tin. A mother trapped in a textile mill risks her hand for her mouths to fill. Concrete towers proud and tall, how many iron workers fall? From the ashes of pain and pity, come together, let's build this city. We used to be a solid land, planted firmly in the sand. What shops were called our conscience hid. We wake up to see just what they did. They ripped apart the prophet's tongue, and the murderer is free to run. The gambler hits the slope in stride, climbing up to the money's high. The working man has a beggar's kiss. God knows we are better than this. So from the ashes of pain and pity, come together, let's build this city. 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 All right, thanks again. That was Build This City. And hello again to Sarah. Thanks so much. It's so nice to hear your voice. Thank you so much, Sarah. It's always nice to be here. Twigs got my Stan Rogers CD today. Thanks for the insight. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's always cool when I'm able to turn people on to some new tunes, some new artists that they little out of their wheelhouse. And you've been on vacation, and that's really great. Yeah, if any time now, it's definitely a good time to be on vacation. I'm not taking one until October. My family and I are going to be going out to Tennessee in October. But nonetheless, as I said, the next couple songs are going to be a little off topic. And that's because of the news that came out yesterday concerning Derek Chauvin's guilty verdict. And if you ask me, I say the verdict is good news. But I also think that it's not our time to stand aside. It's just a small step in taking care of the problem with police murders that occur about, unless I got my math wrong, about 1,000 times over the course of a year, on average. The case of George Floyd was a very high-profile one. It triggered thousands of people to protest in the streets, even in the midst of a pandemic. and rightfully so. So, the Chauvin trial and his guilty verdict on all 3 counts is just a small stepping stone in the wake of, in the fight against racial justice, in much the same way the March on Washington was back in 1963. That's the one that everybody remembers, but it was just a small piece. And if anything, it puts cops on notice that we're going to be watching and making sure that they don't step out of line with their intended mission to protect and serve us. So in that spirit, I'm going to be singing an old Dylan tune for you. That connects with that part of life. My guitar is flat. Give me a second here. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, and you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changing. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, for he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changing. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changing. All right, thanks again. That was Bob Dylan's The Times They Are Changin'. And, having just said before that Chauvin's guilty verdict is a stepping stone, it's still a small one. And we're still going to see the violence, we're still going to see police killings, and we're still going to see cops getting away with it. It's an unfortunate reality. It's just one incident out of about 1,000 that occur every year. A very small number of police officers who end up killing people in the line of duty. Very small number of them, less than 1%, actually get convicted. And frankly, it does not matter whether or not this person they killed was a threat to them or not, because they have other ways of dealing with unruly suspects than just outright killing them. Even as the verdict was being announced, police in Columbus, Ohio killed a 15-year-old girl. Now, I don't know all the circumstances behind it, but I firmly believe that the use of a gun by a police officer is supposed to be a last resort. It's when you've exhausted every other resource that you have for apprehending an unruly suspect. And a lot of times they're not even unruly. That's what hurts the most. I wrote this song about an incident, a high-profile incident that occurred several years back, because I've been following this kind of, as many of us have, I've been following this kind of stuff going on for years. So I wrote this song about the incident that happened to Freddie Gray in the city of Baltimore, where he was killed while being improperly secured inside a prison van. So I'll sing this song for you, and it triggered a nationwide event that ended up, creating thousands of people in the streets protesting police violence, as they should have been. The same thing that happened that occurred with the murders of people like Eric Gardner and George Floyd, among so many others. So I'll play this song for you in that spirit. This is Baltimore. The TV shows you an illusion. There's a darker side of town. They tremble at the thought of being next in line as the higher powers pound. The lucky ones sweat out the city jail. The others blaze a rosewood, brown and blood red trail. Baltimore, can you hear your children crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Let the revolution pass through Baltimore. J-Hill van skids through these poor man's streets. We just let them have their fun. His hands are tied, his body's loose against this floor and walls. That'll teach him not to run. Head to Great Bar and he's gone. Blue skies turn to gray as his soul passes on. Baltimore, can you hear your children crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Let the revolution pass through Baltimore. These martyrs leave their sidewalks wounded and stained. It's up to us to summon down the cleansing rain. Their names are stapled to our chests. We won't stop till they can rest. Baltimore, can you hear your children crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Baltimore, can you hear your country crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Let the revolution pass through Baltimore. Revolution pass through Baltimore. All right, so that's most of what I have to say about Derek Chauvin, guilty verdict, and racial justice, police brutality that we've been seeing over the past couple of years. But the guilty verdict is only the first real major victory that we've had in this fight over the past few years. So we got to keep fighting. So I'm going to dedicate this next song to those people who are in that fight. It's an old Beatles song. A lot of people who sing it don't know that it was written about racism and the fight against it. But look it up. It actually is. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of a dark black night. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. All right, thanks again. We will return now to the Calling the Earth theme for the night. Thanks for listening. Thanks again for joining us tonight. I see Catherine Greenwood has joined us. Thank you so much for thank you very much again for joining us tonight. Speaking of the Beatles, how about Mother Nature's Son? I don't know that one. I know there's a John Denver song called Mother Nature's Son, but I don't know how to play that one either. Yeah, it's not in my wheelhouse, at least not now. But I'll return to the music by playing another original song for you. This is a new one. It's going to be on the next record. The song was technically written about my connection to the folk music community and the kind of camaraderie that we have, especially in my connections with Ellis Paul and the New England Songwriters Retreat, where I come from. So I'll sing a song to that vein. This is called Our Satisfaction. Some people like to hit the town on a Saturday night, from a swagger to a swoon. They dance and drink till the wee hours of the morning light to some new familiar tune. But with you I can rest easy, dance alone to our hearts beating as one. 'Cause we got our own song and it goes sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Some people like to hit up God on a Sunday morning with Jesus on their tongue, their hands wide open and arms reaching towards the sky, singing to a worship song. But you and me, we step outside and listen to the birds perched on a tree. That's all the worship I will ever need. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Some people like to hit the road in the early hours on just about any day. We chase the sun until it sets above our heads, and a campfire makes its way. So me and you and all our friends, we come together, souls in hand, tell our stories, share reactions. It's where we get our satisfaction. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. All right, thanks again. That was Our Satisfaction. It's going to be on the next record that I make. And as promised, for my sister, I will do God's Promise. Because I decided it does bear some connection with what we're singing about today. Turn the guitar up just a tad. Never did promise you skies painted blue. They're all colored flowers all when your days through. I didn't promise you sun with no rain, joys without sorrow, peace without pain. All that I promise is strength for this day, rest for my worker, light on your way. I give you truth when you need it, my help from above, my undying friendship, my unfailing love. I sure never did promise you crowns without trials, victory with no hard sweat, no tears without smiles, no hot sunny days without cold wintry snows, no victory without fighting, no laughs without woes. All that I promise is strength for this day, rest for my worker, my light on your way. never did promise you heaven on earth, a life with no labor, no struggles, no dearths, no earthquakes, no dry spells, no fire flames, no drought, no slaving, no hunger, no blizzards, no blight. All that I promise is strength for this day, rest for my worker, a light on your way. I give you truth when you need it, my help from above, my undying friendship, my unfailing love. I promise you power, this minute, this hour, the power you need. When you fall down to bleed, I give you my peace and the strength to pull home my love for all races, all creeds and all kinds, my saviors, my flavors, my dancers, all kinds, my love for all races, all colors, all kinds, I love for my races, all creeds and all kinds. Thank you very much. That was God's Promise by Ellis Paul and with lyrics by Woody Guthrie. Whew. That's a good song to sing. Well, it's 8 o'clock now, and so I'm going to skip a few songs in my set list here. That includes the John Denver song that I had planned, but it's not one of his big hits, so I think we'll be okay with that. Instead, we're going to go over to a Jackson Browne song for you. This is called Before the Deluge. Some of them were dreamers, some of them were fools who were making plans and thinking of the future. With the energy of the innocent, they were gathering the tools they would need to make their journey back to nature. While the sand slipped through the opening and their hands reached for the golden ring, with their hearts they turned to each other's hearts for refuge. In the troubled years that came before the deluge, some of them knew pleasure, some of them knew pain, and for some of them it was only the moment that mattered. And on the brave and crazy wings of youth, they went flying around in the rain, and and their feathers, once so fine, grew torn and tattered. And in the end, they traded their tired wings for the resignation that living brings, and exchanged love's bright and fragile glow for the glitter and the rouge. And in a moment they were swept before the deluge. Let the music keep our spirits high. Let the buildings keep our children dry. Let creation reveal its secrets by and by. By and by, when the light that's lost within us reaches the sky. Some of them were angry at the way the earth was abused by the men who learned how to forge her beauty into power. And they struggled to protect her from them, only to be confused by the magnitude of her fury in the final hour. And when the sand was gone and the time arrived, in the naked dawn only a few survived. In attempts to understand a thing so simple and so huge, believe that they were meant to live after the deluge. Let the music keep our spirits high. Let the buildings keep our children dry. Let creation reveal its secrets by and by. By and by, when the light that's lost within us reaches the sky. All right, thanks again. That was Jackson Browne's Before the Deluge. I'm going to play 3 more songs for you, and then we're going to call it a night. Thanks again very much for coming out and sticking around. It's always great to have friends visiting tonight's live stream. The next live stream I'm going to be doing is on Friday night. It's going to be all request. So if you want to hear a song, that day, please tune in and leave a comment and give a request for what you do. I don't go by a very strict set list. I pretty much do what you ask of me. So regardless of that, this next song is called Gentle Arms of Eden. It was written by Dave Carter. It's a favorite song of mine. On a sleepy, endless ocean, when the world lay in a dream, there was rhythm in the splash and roll, but not a voice to sing. So the moon shone on the breakers, and the morning warmed the waves, till a single cell did jump and hum for joy, as if to say, this is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Then the day shone bright and rounder, till the one turned into two, and the two into 10,000 things, and old things into new. And on some virgin beachhead one lonesome critter crawled, and he looked about and shouted out in his most astonished drawl, this is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Then all the sky was buzzing and the ground was carpet green, and the weary children of the wood went dancing in between. And the people sang rejoicing when the field was glad with grain, the song of celebration from their cities on the plains. This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Now there's smoke across the harbor, and there's factories on the shore, and the world is ill with greed and will and enterprise of war. But I will lay my burden in the cradle of your grace, and the shining beaches of your love, and the sea of your embrace. This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. All right, thank you very much. That was Gentle Arms of Eden by Dave Carter and Tracy Grammer. I'm going to do another song. This one, I'm going to dedicate this one to my sister Kat, who is here in the live stream tonight. Her and her husband Bill have just celebrated their second wedding anniversary, and I got the chance to play this song at their wedding. Wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me. skies of blue, and I see clouds of white, and the bright, blessed day, the dark, sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Oh, why can't I? All right, so I'll do one last song for you. Thanks again very much for tuning in with us tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you're new here, thanks very much for joining us. My name is Kyle Hancherek. If you like what you heard, you can leave a like on tonight's video and share it with your friends on Facebook or Twitter or whatever social network you choose. If you're interested in giving a financial contribution to the show, you can go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Kyle Hancherek. It's a monthly subscription service. You can become a member for as little as $1 a month, and you get a whole bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff, as well as first glimpses on the stuff that I release publicly. If you want to leave a one-time tip, you can come down here to my PayPal page, paypal.me/Kyle Hancherek, and leave as much as you please. If you're not able to give, don't worry about it. It's not a requirement for these shows. I'm not selling tickets here. But thanks again very much for tuning in. The next live stream we're going to be doing is on Friday once again with an all-request show. So if you want to hear a song, hear me play a song for you, please tune in on Friday night and leave your requests in the chat for that video. But for now, I'm going to close it out the way I usually do with how you say goodbye. Thanks again so much for everybody coming out, and we'll see you again soon. The bases are loaded. I bow down to the floor. A single shot on this green plot is all I'm asking for. September is faded, no room for wanting more. My sad goodbye that's spoken through the stadium ensures. The temple is floating, the cheers sound much too good. The backyard sales of tallest tales is far too understood. I'm taking my chances with a slightly crooked grin and a fire in my eyes in a timely telling sing. If the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight, swinging the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy's sealed. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. So many moments, but none to save the day. I never had that chance, but that's the price I had to pay. But now I am grounded. The fans ignite the flame, and the lightning says straight road ahead to glory and to fame. When the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight, swinging the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy's sealed. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. Oh, this face looks better than a morning glory bloom, but I've struck out way more times than you can fit in this old room. But as I turn to leave, I'll find a strength I'll never tell. So I'm climbing up the down escalator for one last kiss farewell. And the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight, a swing on the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy's sealed. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. Oh, and that, my friends, is how I say goodbye. Thanks again so much. It's been a great playing for you guys tonight, and I hope you join us again on Friday for the All Request show. And of course, that'll be airing here on Facebook and on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube as well. So thanks very much for tuning in. The All Request stream will start at 7 p.m. Eastern. And it'll be a fun night. The All Request shows usually are. I haven't had a chance to play them a lot lately because a lot of the shows that I've been doing have had themes attached to them. But I couldn't find a theme for the one on Friday, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing an All Request show. But thank you very much for joining me tonight. Hope you can join me again on Friday. After that, I'm going to be taking a week off from live streaming, so that I can do a couple of other things. Actually, the stream after that is going to be a Patreon exclusive stream. So all the more reason to join Patreon. That's another one of the benefits that you can get. That'll be on May 4th. But for now, the All Request stream is going to close it out for the month of April. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Hope I can see you tomorrow. And as always, peace and love, you guys. I'll see you guys soon.